Nick from Playbook here. Just wanted to give you an update on where things stand with Playbook, what we've gotten done here the last couple days. And so I'll go over to, I'm in base camp here. We'll go over to our to-dos and take a look at our hill chart. So we have our GitHub repository set up. Next thing would be to get started on setting up Heroku and our initial hosting infrastructure. That shouldn't take long, and so that'll get done here in the next couple weeks. We have our web app design, which is almost complete. We're just ticking off some final iterations. That's probably not going to be completely done here for a few weeks because I think we're going to have some things that just creep up, some pieces of UI that we want to tweak. And then we've started doing some development work. And if you look here at our web app, the building of the web app, we don't have really any to-dos there. And what the developer is doing, so I'm going to go back. We have a message board that's created. I have two specs in here. And then I have one for the development firm. It's called Big Binary. They are doing daily. Their primary developer on this is doing daily updates, and so adding some user management and adding React and GraphQL, some continuous integration with Circle CI, and so he's just posting daily updates on what he's getting done, and then he created this video. And it'll be kind of interesting watching a Loom video while making a Loom video. This is what we're using to create this video that I'm on right now. So basically just getting to start building the UI, creating a process template, assigning employees to it. If you noticed in there, he had mentioned that this process creation was living on the dashboard. It actually would live within the processes tab. And so I commented back, so far it looks good. And I just made a note that it would live on the process tab. So this is a screenshot from Figma that I had designed in conjunction with a developer where you can create templates of different processes. You can activate the processes. You can click in and view and edit the different processes that you have in place in your account. And so we just have some commentary back and forth there. And my plan, what I'm really going to do here is we're going to get the building blocks of the app set up using the spec that I have designed. And here I would say probably by the end of next week, so by day 20-ish, we'll start to build some tasks and start to define some tasks as we get a little more granular with the design. Because if you remember, this obviously is a 100-day project, so we're operating with the mindset of having a fixed time, a fixed deadline, and a flexible scope. And so we're going to spend the next couple weeks here, getting the building blocks in place, and then start to define the scope a little more about what we think is an appropriate MVP. And then we'll transition over into, let's lay out the tasks, let's track the individual tasks, and let's track them via a to-do list format. Because oftentimes, if you've heard any of my previous videos, you know that this text-based methodology of feedback can just leave things getting lost in translation. It's not easy to track the status of each one of those. And so we'll keep this daily updates, but we'll be flipping to tasks and tracking them in the same methodology that we are tracking design tasks. Tasks that are currently being worked on, tasks that are done and need to be reviewed, and tasks that are completely done, and then work in process tasks to be assigned by me after filling out the details of what the requirements would be for each task or each feature or each user story. we're going to get pretty granular. But at the end of the day, we are making progress. We have the app is being coded. Our design is almost done. And so I'm going to go back to the to-do list here, and I'm going to update the hill chart. So our web app design is probably right here. We're just continue to execute the building. We're really figuring things out now. So I'll save this update. And then if we click and view the last update, we can see, all right, going back a few days, Friday, July 5th, where we were at, and we can just track that hill chart over time. So it's a really nice graphical interface to track the progress of a project. So that is where we are at on day 13 of the Harvest. It's funny how I say Harvest Profit. That's my other software company. The Playbook project. Really excited to keep this moving forward. And I do think I have a little bit of work to do to help the developer really understand specifically what the different screens and the interactions. And I built an initial prototype, and I need to go and spend a little more time and flush out that prototype with a lot of commentary. So that's really what I am going to do tomorrow, and I will show you that process of creating a prototype in Figma. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe and accept notifications from YouTube. We'd love to have you follow us along on this 100-day journey. Have a wonderful rest of your day.